What's up? What's going on, everybody? You've now tuned in to my Love and Hip Hop Hollywood recap, and honey child, things are spicing up just a little bit. Definitely make sure you check out my other channel, which is Some More Love Real TV. That's where I have my power. I did the finale, and I also just uploaded Basketball Wives like an hour ago. So definitely be sure to check that out. So let's go ahead and get into it. So we start off right where we left off, where Lyrica, she is acting like a damn fool, just screaming and just kind of going hard at Safaree, asking him like, what did you do? What did you tell them? Why are you lying on your D for? And I'm just like, why are you screaming? Why are you acting so crazy? It's like she just kept on talking and screaming and talking and just looking like a mad woman. And I just felt like the way she's acting, she kind of is acting like she could possibly be guilty. Ray J says that Safaree told him that, you know, they got it on or whatever. He sent her a picture of the D, and then from there, it's sweet history, right? But when A1 kind of asked Safaree what went down, he kind of was like beating around the bush. And I felt like maybe... I'm checking my mic, honey, to make sure it's on. I feel like maybe, I don't know if he was just trying to protect it. He's just like, you know what? I don't know what you guys got going on in your marriage, but I don't want to be a part of this. And he just kind of was like getting up to leave. And then A1 is over here jumping over the tables like he's, you know, like, what are you doing? Like, he's a freaking hyena or something. Like, dude, what are you doing? You know what I mean? So Safaree is just like, he didn't really talk about it much. He was just kind of like over it. And he's just like, nah. Ray J kind of pulled him to the side and talked to him a little bit. Brooke ends up asking Lyrica if she did it. And Lyrica was kind of over it. She's just like, don't be a snake before I slap the shit out of you. I'm not with it. And stop trying to play both sides of the fence and just kind of acting like you're my friend. But then you ask me these kind of questions. Don't do it. So she wasn't really saying anything either. Tierra Marie is having issues. She recently, you know, she kind of broke up with the boo thing, that Akbar guy who had a wife and a girlfriend who were all good with everything. And then she allegedly, her Instagram got hacked. I guess I missed that because, I mean, I don't even follow any of them, to be honest. I'm not really much of a celeb watcher, but my cousin tends to show me a lot of things, but I guess she missed this one. Yeah, her Instagram got hacked, and it was porn stuff that got put up on her Instagram, as well as somebody's cum all over her face. So it was like crazy. That's embarrassing. That's life-changing. That's traumatizing. That's real horrible. Like, that's going to take a while for people that actually saw it to forget about it. And now it's replaying again. For those that didn't see it, it's like replaying again. Now people's probably searching for it, looking it up and things like that. So it's crazy. But when it comes to things like this, I'll never count out the person that was the star of the show just because of the whole Mimi situation. Like, Mimi went hard. We really felt her pain. We really thought that she ain't do it. Then all of a sudden she comes, oh, I have to tell you that it actually was. So after that, I don't count any of these people out about leaking their own sex tape. But Nikki was like, you know, damn, that's crazy. And she's just like, she ain't trying to be a part of this. And when she was talking to Paris, she was saying that it kind of seemed like maybe she could have gave him her password at some point, because there were other pictures up there that Tierra had claimed that she had never put up there at different parts. So it seems like he had the password. So I guess he would upload things whenever he seemed fit, or whenever he just wanted to kind of give himself a shout out. How pathetic is that, right? Tierra ends up busting the windows out his car. You remember that song? I bust the windows out his car. Something, something fun of me when I'm... Whose song was that? I can't remember the name. But y'all know who I'm talking about. It's like her name is at the tip of my tongue, but it'll take me a minute for it to actually come to the tongue. So if y'all remember, put it down. I bust the windows out her car. Or out his car. Out his car. All right. Anyways, let's move past that embarrassing part of me trying to sing the lyrics to a song I don't even know the lyrics to. But that was the part that always stuck in my head. I'm like, damn, she ruthless. She busting windows out people's car. Don't you go to jail for that? So he was just kind of like, when she saw him, she was like, yeah, mother did it. She pretty much owned up to the fact that she did it, because she's like, I know that you did all that revenge porn stuff on my Instagram and hacked me and stuff like that. She's like, who else had the password? He was like, he didn't do it. And he was like, you know what, we'll overcome this. We're going to rise from this. And I'm just like, dude, you sound mad crazy right now. I didn't even know like people could act this stupid. I don't think I've ever seen a black polygamist, or isn't that's the word, right? One of them guys that be having the sister wife situations. I don't think I've ever seen a black one, but I mean, that's what he's sounding like to me. Just like he's trying to like do some mind control type of thing to these women. And some of them are down with it, but I guess because Tierra she didn't get the choice to be down or not be down, she's pissed about it. But she was like, she can get past all that. But this whole revenge porn thing, this is like a whole nother level of disrespect that she just can't get past. Like, it's done. A1, he's upset with Ray J because he feels like Ray J is the one who did everything in this whole situation with the Safaree at the dinner that he invited him to, just making it like a real messy situation when that's not what was supposed to go down. It was supposed to be to announce her pregnancy and just kind of have a good time with other couples and other friends. He feels like just Ray J was just putting it out there, just being a messy person, bringing all this stuff to light. So now he just wants to kind of get back good with his girl. And he also wants to have a little conversation with Ray J and kind of square things up a bit. Akbar is now publicly saying that Tierra leaked her own sex tape. So she's getting into a dark place, depression, and she's kind of feeling like she almost wants to drink again. Even though she's sober, she's clean. Well, no, because she said that she's had some drinks when he had that conversation with her. She's not overindulging, but you know, I wouldn't say that she's actually sober or anything like that, but she's feeling like, I guess she wants to drown her sorrows and her pains and her embarrassment. But instead of being a victim, what she chooses to do is to go and see a lawyer. I'm not sure if this is the same lawyer that handled Blac Chyna's case with Rob when he posted them sexy ass pictures of her on his Instagram. I'm not sure if that's the same lawyer or not, but it could possibly be. But according to her, this person is ready, willing, and able to assist her, and they're going to seek justice for this. And I know in the state of, I think it's California, it is definitely illegal to do the whole revenge porn thing. So she could definitely have a good case on her hands if she's able to prove that he was the one who did it. But I'm pretty sure they can find the logins of those upload times or something like that. So that's probably something that can be checked, or the IP address that was used at that particular time. I'm pretty sure they have tracking for stuff like that. If they look deep into it, they probably just have to do like subpoenas. I mean, I would suppose it would just make sense, because I know like Facebook has your login locations. It also has your login times if you go into the settings. Solo Lucci, he talks to Marcus and Brooke kind of reveals that, well, first she reveals to us and everybody that she gave up the honey bun, even though Miss Preacher Child was saying how she was kind of reborn and just wanted to wait until marriage. I guess him giving her that second ring kind of opened up her eyes and made her realize, like, damn, if I don't give up the goodies, I'm going to have to let him go out there and get it from another woman again. And I ain't trying to get back into this mess. So I'd rather be the one with the false pregnancy or pregnancy as opposed to it happening with some other chick, because obviously he's not being responsible. I think that's kind of what her mentality is now. Because, I mean, she's trying to play it safe and, oh, just go out there and do what you want to do. Yeah, look what it got you. Almost got you being a stepmother and stuff like that. So, yeah, they pretty much revealed that. And she also spills the tea about the whole A1 situation and the whole everything that was going down at the dinner. So now he's in on the loop. He knows what's going on. Marcus wasn't really feeling that too much, because he's just like, you know, she's putting people's business out there, which really isn't cool, and he's not really down for. He doesn't really like that. He doesn't really like the whole messiness. I guess he just kind of wants to be neutral and everything and not allow people to do it themselves. I mean, that's what I would prefer. Allow people to do it themselves, especially if you're on a show. I mean, it's proof now that you put it out there as opposed to letting him come and talk about it or whatever. Ray J meets with Rockstar, and Rockstar talks about some stuff that went down with him and Lyrica. Not necessarily that they did have sex, and he didn't admit to that, but he was just like, she came with her little pants and stuff like that, and she was telling him all her problems, and he had to send her some text messages talking about, oh, you left your ring here. I'm thinking that was the time that she was at the studio, if I remember correctly, and she ended up leaving. But the way that he's talking, he's just kind of, unless there were other times, he's kind of like exaggerating about it. But once again, I told you, he rubs me the wrong way. I don't really like the way how he's super extra. It's just, I feel like he's an exaggerator. He does too much, and I'm not the one. Like, I'm not with it. I don't really like his personality. It's crazy how you could know somebody's vibe, like, just by watching them. Like, that's how I am. I just be watching people's moves, and sometimes I might not even say nothing. I'll just sit back and just kind of listen to the way somebody talks, and I can tell if I'm gonna be okay with them or not, for the most part. Once in a while, I might my little sensors be a little off, because I know there was one girl that I met. I wasn't really feeling her vibe, but eventually we became pretty cordial. I wasn't too sure about her though initially, because of the way she was kind of talking. It was kind of off, but it got better over time, over years, actually. So Ray J calls a boys' night out, him, Solo, Marcus, all of them, and A1 as well, just to kind of put things on the table, tell him everything that he's heard, and just kind of also apologize if he feels some type of way about anything. When A1 finally arrives pretty late, he gives everybody, you know, that brotherly dap hug thing going on, but he doesn't do it to Ray J. So Ray J's like, oh, word? Like, what's good with that? And he's just like, he tells him how he feels. Tells him how he really feels. And Ray J's just like, what? Maybe you should talk to, like, he also name drops Rockstar eventually when he sees A1, like A1's taking off his hat and stuff and just kind of looking real aggressive. And it's like throughout this whole season, A1's just been on some next stuff. Like, I feel like he's attacking everybody but the right person. Well, I mean, he did have his little riff or whatever with Lyrica, but I feel like he just really needs to get to the bottom of everything so he can either go forward with her and feel good about it, and just be able to tell everybody, like, nah, it's not even like that. I don't know why her name's out there. She's just a beautiful girl, and people want to F with me. Or you gonna live in doubt and be pissed off at anybody who says something. The word is going around, and it's like, damn, why is all these words going around? It gotta be some common denominator other than Lyrica. Like, it gotta be something else. You know, like, why are they just targeting you guys? So he was just like real mad, and he was just like ready to fight. So Ray J's like, he gives people his jacket. I guess his publicist or his manager, whoever, gives him his jacket. And they like everybody was surrounding, like all the bodyguards and stuff, but they was mainly holding A1 back. And he's like, yo, why y'all holding me back? And I feel like they was holding him back because they've seen him act like a freaking monster, like a freaking untrained animal on more than one occasion. So they trying to make sure that he don't get to the prized possession. I mean, at the end of the day, Ray J's kind of a bigger deal than he is, at least in the entertainment industry. So Ray J's just looking all refined and everything, just kind of like, I'm not really liking your vibes right now. The way you looking at me right now, it's not real cool. Like, you need to go lay down or something. Like, he was just like real cool, but I don't feel like Ray J's a fighter. I mean, I could be totally wrong, but we've seen him get upset before. But I don't know if he got the hands. But you never know, right? Just because you dress somebody up real nice doesn't mean nothing. Just because he's an R&B singer doesn't mean nothing. You know what I mean? So he was just kind of like, real chill. But once again, like I said, the security was around. He knew they was going to hold A1 back, but he made sure that he said what he had to say. He told him that maybe he needs to go talk to Rockstar because there's other people saying things. And Lucci and Marcus, they were trying to, I guess, kind of stay out of it in a way, but Lucci was just kind of like, yo, you need to find out what's going on with your girl. Like, something's not right. And Marcus was just kind of like, I hate to admit it and get in the middle of this, but I've heard some things too. I've heard the same things that he's been hearing. you know, because Brooke tells him everything that she hears. So he knows what's going on as well. So it kind of got him out there looking stupid, and I don't think he was really feeling that. He eventually does leave, but it's kind of like a rift in their relationship right now for him to come at Ray J like that, because I think Ray J is pretty forgiving. He probably would forgive him if he comes at him correctly, because he was still trying to talk to him like a grown-up, like a man, you know, and just kind of keep it cool, which I did really respect about that. Even though he was kind of getting to that point, he still was able to maintain a nice passive type of tone of voice. But he just, one of those voices where you check somebody, but you don't raise your voice. It's just kind of like, yo, dog, you really need to make sure that you calm yourself down. You know, it's like you give him that look, you give him that tone, but you don't scream. You don't get all crazy or nothing like that. So yeah, that was pretty much the end of the episode, y'all. But let me know what y'all think about it down below. I don't know. It ain't looking too good for Miss Lyrica, honey. And now they clowning him about the baby. So he probably most likely, I mean, unless he believe her to a fault, then I would say just go ahead and take a DNA test. Just shut everybody and everything down, you know. But thanks for watching. Stay fabulous, live free, and soar limitless. I'll see you in the next one. Later.